Warning! If you don't like looking at feet, this video is not for you.
Let's try out this 3-in-1 foot peel mask. Let's make this disgusting dry foot nice and smooth. First, we're going to soak our feet for 10 minutes. And then I dry my feet off. And now we apply the mask. After we unfold it, we are going to cut right along this line right here. There is actually a sealed seam in the middle. You want to cut right at the edge of that seam so that it is opened up. That is where your foot will be able to slide in. And you are cutting it into 2 separate socks, one for each foot. Next, you're going to open up the sock, slide your foot in, and I even put a hair tie around my ankle to hold the sock in place so I could walk around the house while I had the sock on my foot. Then you set the timer for an hour and a half. The last step of the evening is after the hour and a half, you take the sock off your foot, rinse off everything, and dry, and that is it. You are done for the evening. Day 1 after foot mask, you soak your feet for 15 minutes. And at this point, I wasn't really seeing any changes. Day 2, I soaked for 15 minutes again. You're supposed to soak for 15 minutes every day for the next 5 to 7 days. I started noticing a little bit of peeling around the heels. By day 3, they were peeling really good. And I really just wanted to peel it all off by myself, but you're not supposed to do that. And ta-da! Here are the final results. My feet do look so much better. Nice new skin. You can still see some cracks on the outer edge of my heel. Those were some pretty deep cracks, so I didn't expect those to go fully away.
My final thoughts on this foot mask. This was my first experience at a foot mask, so it was quite fun. I definitely felt like a dork walking around in these little sock booty things for an hour and a half while I cooked dinner. And I even walked out in my sandals in my chicken coop in these. I liked the smell of these. My feet smelled very fresh for the next whole day, even after showering, and that was super nice. I also did feel a significant difference in the softness of my feet. I would say if you're diligent about following the instructions and soaking your feet for 15 minutes every day, the peeling for me only lasted about 3 or 4 days instead of the 5 to 7 days that they said. All in all, I do think that this works. I would say if you have deep cracked heels, the deep cracks on my heels, this takes off like a couple layers of skin and it gets off like that dry flakiness for the first couple layers. But if you have deep cracks, it's not going to get those deep cracks because it's not going to remove that much skin. That's not realistic. So the deep cracks on my heels on the outside, I still do have those to some extent. But my rough sandy heels that catch on my sheets, it did take care of that, which was very nice. So I do think these do work, and they definitely do make an improvement on the softness level of your feet. And yes, it says you can use these once every 2 to 3 weeks, and don't use them more often than that to avoid over exfoliation. Also to note, do not pick at the peeled skin. It's very hard to resist, but it says don't do that. It can cause you to peel off more and cause discomfort. So let it be and peel off naturally. Follow the instructions. But yeah, kind of a fun thing to do for girls' night, and try them out.